Hello, my name is Kristen, and today I am here to review and discuss Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I am also here to wear red lipstick for the first time, so if this looks completely ridiculous, I apologize. But you know, I wanted to tie my face to the book cover, and the only way I could think of doing that was red lipstick, even though I've literally never worn it before. Before I forget to mention, I just want to say that for the beginning of this video, I will be doing a spoiler-free review, but then I am going to be jumping into some spoilery discussions because the end of this book had so many plot twists, and I need to talk to someone about that, so yes. So first things first, Red Queen is such an amazing book. I did have to stop reading in the middle of it because I had to read my summer books for school, but I am going to try my best to put all of my thoughts together and make them make sense for you. So for those of you who don't know, this book takes place in a world where there are the Silver Bloods, who are the elite, they are the nobility, and they also have magic powers, so they kind of rule the whole world. And then there are the Red Bloods, who are the lower class, they live in worse conditions, they don't have magic, and they're kind of living underneath the Silvers, and they don't have any way to retaliate against them or anything, but they want to live more equally. The main character of this book is Mar Barrow, and she is a red blood, and for the majority of her life she has always been just that, your normal average red blood. Until one day she finds out that she actually has a magic power and she can control electricity and lightning, which I think is wicked cool, because you know, you've got like the basic powers, like you can move the earth and water and wind and fire and that stuff, but being able to move electricity must be the coolest thing. I want that power, please. Anyway, she has this power, and then the king finds out, because she is actually in the castle at the time that she actually discovers it herself. So the king finds out, and she is disguised as a silver blood so that people don't start to talk, and so that no one actually like realizes that some red bloods actually do have powers. Really, this whole book is about Mare and how she is living her life now as a silver blood, even though she herself is actually a red blood, and she wants these red bloods to have equality to the silver bloods and all of this stuff that happens now that she's in the castle. And there are also two princes who are both in love with her, and she doesn't know who she's in love with. But actually, right now I'm just gonna mention that there was, yes, a love triangle in this, but it was written really well because it kind of took a back seat to the rest of the plot line, and it didn't really come forth a lot, and when it did, it still wasn't the main priority. Mar has a way about her where she knows what the priorities are and she keeps a straight head, and even though she does have two attractive princes both in love with her, she still is trying to do what's right and keep things in a way that she knows that she's doing what's best for her people. It's kind of a mix between Harry Potter and the Hunger Games, which sounds really weird, but it's Harry Potter-esque because it's got this element of magic in it, and then like the Red Bloods would be muggles and Mar would be a muggle-born wizard because she also has powers, and the Silver Bloods are wizards. So that's where my thoughts on Harry Potter come from. And then my thoughts about it being like the Hunger Games is that there is a group of Red Bloods that is trying to overthrow the Silver government. So it's kind of like a mix between those two, which seems really weird, but if you like either of those books or you're really into fantasy, then I'm gonna say that you are really going to enjoy this book. That's all that I have to say for my spoiler-free section of this book, so if you have not read this book, then you should leave now, because I am going to be talking about major spoilers at the end of this book. Of course, if you're one of those weird people that likes to get spoiled, I guess you can stay, but I don't know why you would when you could just go read the book and find out that way. It's much better if you read the book than if you get spoiled. Okay, now that I've rambled for a bit, I'm sure that all of these spoiler-free people have left, so hello all of you that have read this book. Alright, so first off, I just want to say, Maven. I don't even know where to begin with him. This whole time you think that he is on Mare's side, and then you get to the end and then you find out that he's actually not, and that he's more working for his mother, who is just evil, and I don't even remember what her name is because I kind of just blocked that out of my brain, but she is so evil, and the fact that she turned her son against Mare, and I thought that they were just gonna be in love and rule the world together, and now they're not, and I'm just kind of crushed. At the beginning of the book, I did ship Mare with Cal, and I wanted that to happen, and then Maven came along, and I was like, oh, nope, I think I like Maven better. I think that he's gonna end up being the better person. And then you get to the end of the book, and everything just falls apart. It all just crumbles. It all just crumbles away. And now I don't even ship Mare with anyone, and I think that she should just be an independent woman and work it without a man in her life. Another thing is the fact that the Scarlet Guard, who for the majority of the end of the book you think is all dead, and then they just come back and they're all alive, and that part made me really happy because they're alive, and then freaking Shade shows up, and I was so, the whole entire book you think that he's dead, and then at the end he shows up and you're like, oh my goodness, her brother's alive. There are so many emotions, and I'm really excited for Glass Sword to come out, which is the book after Red Queen, for those of you guys who don't know, because the end of this book just has, like, there are so many questions about what's gonna happen and how all of these people are still alive even though everyone thinks they're dead. Like, is that ever gonna be answered? How is this whole group of people still alive even though Mare thought that they were all dead? I don't understand how that worked. Like, wouldn't someone tell her that they were alive, or wouldn't she have overheard that they were alive somewhere? I don't know what happened. I want to know what ends up happening now that Maven is king, and now that Shade is back and the Scarlet Guard is all together, and they both have the list of names of the other Red Bloods who have powers, and I want to know who gets to them first, and how this all works out, because I really want to know what's gonna go down, and I want the Red Bloods to take over the Silvers, mainly because I want Maven to get crushed to a pulp. Alright, so really that's all that I wanted to talk about in my spoilery discussion, because I just really needed to get out my hatred for Maven and the fact that I want him dead. So yes, that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to thumbs it up and subscribe, and I will see you very soon with another video. Love you guys. Bye! I can't do that. How do people do this? Someone is being really loud and obnoxious outside and revving their engine, and I'm gonna, why do loud things always happen outside right when you're about to film a video? I don't understand. Let's pull up my notes page so I know what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm getting emails. How exciting. They're probably all from colleges, and I'm like, please leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Did a train just go by? I don't even live by train tracks. What is going on? So, yeah.